Is the Bema the same as the judgment seat of Christ? Have you ever wondered if the Bema of Apostle Paul is the same as the judgment seat of Christ? Let's unravel this fascinating connection between ancient history and Christian theology. The term Bema comes from ancient Greek culture. It refers to a raised platform where judges would sit to oversee events and deliver judgments. In ancient Corinth, the Bema was a significant place for legal matters. It was here that Apostle Paul stood trial before Roman officials. Now, in Christian theology, the term judgment seat of Christ is often described using the same Greek word bema. This is because the judgment seat of Christ is viewed as a moment when believers will account for their lives to Christ. They will receive rewards based on their faithfulness and actions after salvation. Unlike a traditional court that condemns, the Bema or judgment seat of Christ focuses on evaluation and reward. This event is not about determining salvation status, but rather about assessing deeds to decide eternal rewards, often referred to as crowns. The judgment seat of Christ is specifically for believers, not unbelievers. It is described as occurring after the rapture of the church and taking place in heaven. The focus here is on rewarding believers for their service and faithfulness, rather than punishing sin. This aligns with the original use of the Bema in ancient Greece. It was a place of honor and reward, not punishment. For travelers visiting Greece, especially ancient sites like Corinth, seeing the physical Bema offers a tangible connection to this concept. Standing near the Bema where Apostle Paul once stood provides a vivid historical context for understanding the biblical metaphor of the judgment seat of Christ. This connection highlights how ancient cultural practices have influenced Christian teachings. The Bema and the judgment seat of Christ are closely related concepts. The Bema was a physical platform used in ancient Greece for judgment and reward. The judgment seat of Christ is a spiritual event described with the same term. It symbolizes a time when believers are rewarded by Christ for their faithfulness. So, while the Bema of Apostle Paul and the judgment seat of Christ are not identical, they share a significant connection. The Bema represents a historical site of judgment and reward, while the judgment seat of Christ is a spiritual event for believers. Understanding this relationship enriches our appreciation of both ancient history and Christian beliefs.